Some of my longtime subscribers might remember that night almost exactly a year ago now when I was coming home from a festival and had two encounters with the cops on the same night. The first encounter was because I got so sleepy that I pulled over at a closed down gas station to take a nap and had a cop come and bang on the window until I woke up to check on me. And the second time was actually just a few hundred yards before my turn-in when I wasn't exactly sure where the turn-in was. And I was understandably very bleary-eyed. And so I kind of swerved back and forth trying to find my turn and got pulled over that second time. I didn't get a ticket either time, but that is the first and only, and hopefully will be my only time, ever having two cop encounters in one night. And so this year, that same festival has rolled around again. It is the Swamp Festival in Waycross, Georgia. And so I am not taking that chance again. And so instead of driving the whole hour and 20 minutes back and forth to Fernandina, I found a campground only 20 minutes away over in Hoboken, Georgia. This one is called the Twin Oaks Campground, and it's a bit of a hidden gem out here, honestly, because of course the first thing I did was look up the state parks, and they were completely booked solid, probably because of the Swamp Festival. But then with a little more internet sleuthing, looking closer, I was able to find this place. And look at all the open outlets and all the open area. These guys have got a total of 880 hookups. And this one that I'm at right now is a partial hookup. That just means it has no sewer, just water and electric. And it is only $20 a night, and I am right next to the shower house / bathroom that, of course, I've already used to get nice and cleaned up. It feels like being in a ghost town with all of the stuff they have out here. I mean, they got their own big pavilion here with its own sound stage, their own lunch counter here with dining area, and even merchandise, t-shirts up there. Nice big barbecue pit here right next to a huge craft building. Even this nice big clubhouse with a nice big open air card room right next to it with a kitchen, refrigerator, stove, everything inside there. So you might be wondering, how do they have all of this stuff and they can afford to keep it all going, and they are kind of a hidden gem, so much so that the state parks get booked up around them and they have all these spaces open. How do they afford to keep this going? Well, that is because annually they have a huge bluegrass convention, and unfortunately it's on the same weekend as the Shrimp Festival over in Fernandina. But yeah, they get a lot of this place all full, and this pavilion down there gets all full of bluegrass players, and it's just really hopping and jumping out here. And so with all of that, they get such a lump sum that they can afford to keep all of this, and I'm sure most of it's paid off now anyway. They've had it for a long time. But if you want a good, affordable place that is almost guaranteed to have available spots all year round down here in South Georgia, give these guys a try. The Twin Oaks camp area. Really nice people. Wow, somebody must have gotten real tired of needing to replenish the toilet paper during festival time. Each stall has got 6 rolls in it. It is the next day now, Friday, April 5th, 2019, and we are in downtown Waycross, a good 2.5 hours before I have to be completely set up. This is a road shut-off festival, so that means short windows for breakdown and setup. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I already found my spot right here, P40, easy to remember. I like the P40 airplane, P40 Warhawk. Very mean-looking warplane. Let's get set up. Well, it's right at 5 o'clock now, and I'm completely ready. A little bit more noisy this year than I remember. All electricity is coming from these giant generators. Don't think that's going to be too much of a problem though. It's about 8:15 the next morning now, back out here at the campgrounds. Wow, they actually worked me pretty hard last night, and the live stream was a little buggy, but it looks like the live stream's working again, so I guess I better get on to work. Everything opens up at 9, so let's get on in there. Walking to my booth now. See, some of these guys that have these motorhomes with generators in them, they can just stay in the vendor parking area and not even have to get a campground. Must be nice. Forecast called for like 80% chance of rain, and it did rain on me on the way here, but the sun is out, and I mean, it's a really pretty day out here, nice and clear. Hopefully it'll stay that way and we won't get rained on all day long like what happened last year. Booths opened up. This is one of the rare times when you know, I actually was open before a lot of the other vendors, but everybody's open. There's really not a whole lot of guests here yet. I've actually got a opportunity to go eat something, get a little breakfast. Let's see what I can find. Oh, this is beautiful. Sausage dog time! And there we go. I relish me some relish. Now the reason why this is called a SwampFest is because Waycross is right next to something called the Okefenokee Swamp, which is a giant state park swamp that's a big tourist attraction out here. It's so big that you can get like motorboat group tours on it, and also you can rent canoes. There's like a canoe tour that you can do that takes like 5 days, and there's pavilions set out where you can, they've spaced them out so you can row most of the day, then stay in each pavilion each night. So I think there's probably a long waiting list on that tour, but it's a great fishing attraction, it's a great camping attraction, it's a big tourist attraction here, really well known all over the state, and it's called the Okefenokee. The word Okefenokee is a Native American word that means land of moving earth. And let me move away from this music a little bit, it's getting a little loud. It means land of moving earth, and that's because parts of the Okefenokee, the marsh grass roots have grown so thick that you can walk on them and you can still feel the kind of swampy earth underneath it. So it's like walking on a waterbed. So that's where it got its name, and it was a neat sounding word, so it just stuck. And anyway, but this festival actually was called the Pogo Fest at one time, and it was named after a comic strip character that ran for decades, but it hasn't run in newspapers for, I don't know, another couple of decades. So not a lot of people know who Pogo is anymore, and so the name changed to the SwampFest. But there's a water tower out here with Pogo Possum on it, so let me show you that. Okay, there it is. Hope you can see that. It's hard to see from my viewfinder, but right there on the water tower is, that's Pogo Possum. And in the comic strip, he lived in the Okefenokee Swamp with some of his buddies, like an alligator and whatnot. And yeah, that's what the festival was named after for a while, Pogo Possum. And now that we got all of that out of the way, I am standing by Zip Flight, the giant zip line that I did last year and had so much fun. I want to do it again this year, this time taking a video of myself with the wide angle shot. So let's see how that comes out.
All right, brother. Whenever you get ready, you are ready, sir.
Oh boy.
Are you ready?
Woo, boy, this is, I'm way up there. All right, here we go.
On 3. 1, 2, yeah, right there, no higher. 1, 2, 3, go, sir. You ready?
think for a second here. Wow.
Yep, there you go, bud.
Zip flight. These guys are worth every penny. This is awesome.
Thanks, man.
Woo. Had a really good first half of the day. It is 5:42 now, and the rain has arrived. Just cleared out my line, and everybody's just kind of huddling, hoping the rain will pass. Still, I mean, I had a really good first half, and it really beats last year. Last year it did this all day long. Yeah, we got people over there huddling. So, well, it looks like it's already dying down. All right. If nothing else, maybe it'll stop raining long enough for me to be able to pack up and not get soaked while packing up. Looking on the positive side. It's an opportunity to buy and eat some mini donuts, because that's what I want to do. The rain stopped and I got busy again. It is now 8:25, and yeah, second half is turning out to be pretty good too. Big smiles. We're having a good SwampFest this year, despite the rain. Despite the 80% chance of rain both days, we're having a good SwampFest. Fireworks are over. It's 9:55. We're supposed to close at 10. A lot of people have already packed up and left. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night and say this was a real success. One bad thing happened today. I got a rejection. Yeah, this is turning out to be the year of rejections. I've had more in the first quarter of this year than I've had in the past 2 years combined. A lot of rejections this year. Okay, now this time I'm going to show it to you. I'll do that again for you guys. Yeah, she said she liked it, but she didn't think it looked like her, and then she went and showed it to her mom, and mom said she didn't like it either. So she came back, and a lot of artists won't give you your money back after you've walked away with the drawing and then come back, because there's always a chance you could have taken a picture of it and you're just going to use that for your Instagram, you know, profile picture or something. And but I did. I refunded her money, got the drawing back. Now I'm going to destroy it and throw it in a trash can. It's now time to get all of this into here. And just like that, we are done. Well, it is the next morning now, April 7th, 2019, and I am leaving Twin Oaks Campground, heading back up to the Tri-Cities area in Tennessee. The Swamp Festival is a definite do again, and it was a really good thing to go ahead and pay for this campground, because I was able to get back to my camper last night with no issues with the cops whatsoever. I was sleepy as hell get out, but it was just a 20-minute drive. Also, I learned about a few touristy things at the swamp, Okefenokee Swamp, that I would like to feature on my channel at some point. They've got a giant tower that you can climb up in and look out and see all the gators in the swamp, and also a train that you can ride with a tour guide, one of those speaker tour guides that can tell you about the natives that used to live there and all that kind of stuff. In other words, the kind of stuff that I love to feature on this channel, and so maybe I can get out here early to this festival next year and go and see it, or if I've got some time down here in South Georgia coming up later this year, I'll try to do it then. A quick little word about later this week. I'm probably not going to be able to upload a whole lot of videos, because as soon as I get up to Tennessee, there is a community college that has me working every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They're short gigs, but my free time is going to be completely swallowed up with trying to get my tax paperwork done. I've started on it, I've put a big dent in it, but the deadline is coming up and the procrastination has to stop. I've really got to get in there and hit that paperwork hard and get it to my accountant by Friday. We're already over the 15-minute mark, so I need to draw this one to a close and tell you guys that the Toon Squad is back on. So tonight, Sunday night, 10 o'clock, I'm probably still going to be driving because I'm driving all the way from South Georgia up to Tennessee, East Tennessee. I'm going to stop wherever I'm at and go live at 10 o'clock tonight, and we'll discuss a little bit more about what I'm doing these following couple of weeks, and we'll take some polls and ask you guys exactly what you want to see, and hopefully I'll be able to make it happen. To all my new subscribers from the SwampFest, welcome aboard. Thank you so much for subscribing, and don't hesitate to go ahead and put something down in the comments section that I can reply to. That goes for everybody. And subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, do it. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll start receiving notifications. Share this vlog around, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.